Hello, Shannon Crow here of Mama Nurture Prenatal Yoga School. Today I wanted to show you half forward fold with a couple of options. The way that we do this pose, we use for two very specific reasons. Well, maybe three reasons really in our prenatal yoga classes. So this makes forward fold a little more accessible for the pregnant body and gives a little variation in it. It's also an amazing modification for downward dog. So if your students cannot come into downward dog for whatever reason, one of those might be pregnancy if it's contraindicated or cautioned. And the last reason is restless leg syndrome. This is a great pose to get into the leg muscles. So not just restless leg syndrome, but anything where people are feeling just a tightness in the legs or lack of circulation or wanting to just kind of chill after a long day of either standing on the legs or not standing on the legs, maybe a little more time sitting. So here is how this pose is done. So we come to bringing the balls of the feet up on a roll. Maybe it's a roll of the yoga mat or a rolled up blanket. And you can just even feel the calf stretch there standing in mountain pose. So we can rock a little bit there. You might even bend one leg then the other in that. And if it doesn't feel like you're getting a little stretch in the back of the legs, you can also roll the blanket up a little bit more. It's nice to have a soft bend in the knees here, just a little bit of a bend. And we find our mountain, so really tall in our mountain. And then when you're ready, start to bend the knees a little bit more, fold forward, and hands might come to the legs. So if we don't have a chair, then we're going to find this really long spine, reaching through the crown of the head there. And the knees are bent. We might then find that we can bring the hands to the chair. So this is where we get into a little downward dog variation. If we start to bring the head forward, we get into that upper body. We might even move into like a half forward fold here. The knees have lots of bend at them. Sometimes it helps to step the feet a little further away from each other to make a little more space for baby. And then when we're ready to come up, we can bring the hands back to the legs. Really lengthen, make the spine nice and tall there. Straighten the arms, and then moving up to standing again in your mountain. So again, we use this pose in our Yoga for Restless Leg Syndrome flow. I'll put a link to that also in the main comments here, and also an article on downward dog and ways to modify that. So I hope you enjoyed the pose. Shannon, I see you're here live. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome to post them in the comments as well. Take care. Have a fantastic Monday.